Companies across the globe are trying to keep up in the AI race, and our next guest is in charge of a company that is no exception to this. Joining us right now is Cisco's chairman and CEO, Chuck Robbins. He is also the newly appointed chairman of the Business Roundtable. And Chuck, first of all, thank you for being here with us.
Thanks for having me. We got quite the lineup today.
Yeah, we do. We just finished a really interesting conversation talking about AI, and this is a huge issue for you all, too. What are you doing right now? What can clients actually expect when they're using Cisco's AI? How are you guys doing this ahead of the Splunk acquisition?
Well, we have, first of all, we've been doing predictive AI for a decade, right? Because people confuse the two, and it's basically machine learning and just creating really great analytics around things that are likely going to happen. We've used AI in our WebEx portfolio. We've used it in other places. And now we're doing a lot of things that other companies are doing as well. We're building assistants to create natural language processor interfaces to our technology versus having to type on a command line or some sort of technical interface, as well as we'll use it to deliver a better customer service experience for our customers, et cetera. And then we're also working right now we're certainly working on the infrastructure underneath the GPUs that's required in the large language models, like in the web scale space. But we're also in preliminary work right now on what does an enterprise infrastructure stack look like that'll allow them to run inference and those sorts of things at the edge. So there's a lot going on.
One of the things people have been wondering is what happens with Splunk. End of the year, that's a closer to the end of the year integration into the company. What will be different with that? It's the biggest acquisition you all have ever
It is by a long shot, and we're really excited about it. So if you think about what Splunk's going to do for us, it's going to do several things. Number one, they have this security data platform that ingests lots of security information that's going on inside their customers. And then we have an extended detection and response system that correlates threats in real time to give our customers insight.
Cybersecurity. Know exactly what's happening if there's something weird happening.
So we lay our detection and response team, our platform, on top of all their data that they have. The ability to provide insights to customers in a very rapid time frame is going to be super important. And we also have, there's an emerging space around observability. Mm-hmm. And we also will converge our portfolios in that space to bring customers a better set of insights around what's going on in their technology infrastructure. And then over time, Splunk will actually just become the data platform for the entire company.
I know that you are in a quiet period right now ahead of earnings, mm-hmm. but the biggest question on the street has to be surrounding what's going on with the company since you issued guidance, lowered expectations for the current quarter, and said it's because your customers are still trying to put in place and implement all the things that they'd been buying for 3 or 4 quarters before that. What can you tell us just around what you're seeing from customers, what the landscape looks like?
Well, what I would tell you is that what we said we expected on the last earnings call is playing out the way we thought it would.
Okay.
And so if I think about the calendar year, I think we're going to get through the end of this supply chain challenge. We're going to get through this digestion phase that we talked about. And again, none of us had ever gone through this before, so we didn't anticipate it, although you could argue that the PC and storage markets, I think, saw the same thing a couple of years earlier. But I think you're going to we're going to get back to normal ordering lead times for sure, and I think we'll see our customers get back to normal ordering this year.
So this was really just like the pig and the python with the...
I mean, the cloud providers had bought so much inventory that they're deploying it now, and as lead time shrunk, they don't need to order it in advance as much as they used to, so we're just having this little lull. But I think it's going to get back to normal this year.
Okay, we had Jim Breyer on yesterday, and he said that on air that Cisco is a value company now, not a growth play. I followed up with him afterwards to talk more about it. He said he thinks Cisco is a compelling value today if they keep making strategic acquisitions and folding the talent of technologies into their platform. He said he thinks you do a great job. But what would you say to that, just in terms of the acquisitions? You think they can keep coming? What's your plan?
Well, I think we're a valuable company that's going to grow. How about that? We'll have a variation for Jim. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll continue. Our M&A strategy hasn't changed. Obviously, we're going to be very focused on ensuring that we do the integration properly with Splunk. So we'll probably stay very focused on that for some period of time. We'll still do tech and talent acquisitions. And in today's world, things are moving so quickly, and particularly we talked about AI already. Mm-hmm. There may be tech and talent acquisitions we need to do in that space. We've already done several. So we actually have a lot of AI talent that we've brought in through our collaboration portfolio and our security portfolio, but our strategy won't change.
Okay. Chuck, I want to thank you for joining us out here today. If there's one thing that you've taken away from the conference so far, what would that be?
AI?
Yeah.
I think everybody believes we're much further along with AI than we really are. We're really it's so early right now. We don't even know what the applications and the use cases are ultimately going to be. We know some, but not the killer enterprise apps are still yet to be determined.